What's going on, guys? It's your boy Ty, and today in this video we're going to be talking about a topic that kind of just came out of the blue, sort of just sparked from nothing, where Matthew Vaughn, the director of X-Men First Class, the first Kingsman movie, sort of just brought up the idea of rebooting Star Wars. So I just wanted to talk about whether I think that's actually a good idea and something that Disney should try to pursue, or if it's just a god-awful, terrible decision. But guys, with that being said, if you guys do end up enjoying this video, a like would be greatly appreciated, and if you want to stick around, click that subscribe button. I would love you to death for doing that. But with that being said, let's just start talking about it. Star Wars is pretty much the most sacred franchise out there, so whenever you suggest like changing things, fixing this, fixing that, I feel like people get very defensive. And obviously there's the ongoing joke that nobody hates Star Wars more than Star Wars fans. That's been a thing for a while now. But obviously the quality of Star Wars has dropped pretty much off a cliff, especially since we started the whole Disney Star Wars era. So yeah, is it time to reboot Star Wars? That's a very weird topic. We've done it with the Spider-Man movies, where we're literally telling the same stories. Not really, I know that they're different, but just with, new villains, kind of new Spider-Man, all that. But basically they're kind of like the same movies realistically. Is it time to do that with Star Wars? If I had to give you one answer, see, I don't want to, step on any toes here. My answer would be no. They shouldn't reboot Star Wars. We don't need a new Luke Skywalker, a new Han Solo, a new Princess Leia, new anybody. But with that being said, we need to move on. I'm just going to be the one to say it. Guys, we need to move on out of this Skywalker saga, whatever you want to say. Every single project that comes out is stuck between episode 1 and episode 9. It's like we're just bouncing back and forth between Clone Wars, then, the original trilogy, then the sequel trilogy, then we're bouncing around. Why are we still doing that? Why can't we see the future of Star Wars? Why can't we see the past of Star Wars? Why can't we see new characters or planets that have nothing to do with any of the characters we already know? It's like the anti-MCU. The one thing I've got to give the MCU credit for, as terrible as they have been, and that's coming from a diehard MCU fan, is that at least they keep things pushing here. We never are going back in the past. The only time that I can recall they've went back in the past was with Black Widow. And to be fair, that was just a weird scenario with COVID and all that. So yeah, you got to give them a break for that. But they are always moving forward. Even though it might not be the right track, we're seeing new stuff. We're not going back to before Endgame. We're not going back to, before even Iron Man, or just in phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. No, we're always seeing new stuff. The story is going forward, our overarching story. There is no narrative right now. When you look at the future of Star Wars, what do we have? Heir to the Empire, that takes place between episodes 1 and 9. I know that's a very broad, area of time, but I'm just saying. Skeleton Crew, that takes place there. We've got Andor Season 2, that also takes place there. What else do we have? The Acolyte, not really sure where that takes place, but I do know that it does take place during the Skywalker saga. It's not like it's thousands of years in the past, thousands of years in the future, new characters on just another planet. No, it's all the same stuff, and they all are intertwined with each other and have to reference other things within the Star Wars world. Honestly, as much as it does hurt me to say, we have to move on from Luke Skywalker, from Han Solo, from Darth Vader, from even Kylo Ren, all them. I know there is apparently a plan to make a Rey movie, and yeah, that's going to push things forward. But as of right now, nothing is like super confirmed, and the only projects that are coming out, in the near future at least, or somewhat near future, are, again, bouncing around between these films that we've been seeing for years and years on end. At a certain time, you've got to do something new. Go to a different area of the galaxy. Star Wars, literally, the whole premise is space. Space, as humans know it at least, is literally infinite. You can just go as far as you want. Why are we sticking with the same planets? Tatooine, Naboo, this, that, Hoth, whatever. I know we don't really say Hoth, but still, it's just a point. Why do we keep bouncing around to the same planets? How many times are we going to see Coruscant? I don't know how many times we could see Anakin in a project. Like, why do we keep doing this? I get it. It's nostalgia bait. Oh, it's so great to see my favorite character come back. But at a certain point, you need to move on. Again, I give MCU a little bit of credit for saying, you know what? We're done with Captain America, Iron Man, this, that, and we're moving on. We're going to keep going. Even though it failed for them. But at the same time, it's not like Star Wars has been putting out amazing projects that have been in between episodes 1 and 9. They've been mid. Book of Boba Fett, mid. And that's even being nice, because that show was not even mid. It was way worse. Obi-Wan, super mid. Even worse, like I was saying. The Mandalorian Season 3, mid. Ahsoka, okay, it was good. It wasn't amazing. It was good. Why are we bouncing around? Why can't we see something new? This is a galaxy far, far away, and we're seeing the same 9 goddamn characters in all these movies. Well, actually, we haven't been getting any movies, just all these shows. We're seeing Boba Fett again. Like, why do I need to see Boba Fett again? Why do I need to see Obi-Wan again? Why do I even... You know what, Ahsoka, like, yeah, seeing her in live action, that's cool, fine. But, like, we're seeing Anakin again. We're seeing Darth Vader again. Let them die. They had their run. I love Darth Vader. But guess what? You can always go back and watch the old movies whenever you'd like. If you have a Disney Plus subscription, I guess. And I get that's what they're trying to, you know, please to and be like, oh, subscribe to Disney Plus. We have our new shows coming out. But at the same time, we got to move on here. What happened after the Skywalker saga? Honestly, even though those movies are really bad, I do like The Force Awakens, but, you know, 8 and 9, it's like, ugh. I'd like to still see just what's going on after that. Instead of just keep going back to the Clone Wars, the original like trilogy, whatever, like I was saying. I'm just sick of it. Move on or move out of the way. The best way I could describe it is, like I said, it's like we're on a straight line here, like a normal timeline. We can either go back in the past, thousands of years. I know there's all this cool, like, Old Republic stuff that I've seen some videos on that people talk about. Apparently, people love that. Also, in the future, that's obviously unknown, but you can write something cool. But at the same time, on that straight line, I feel like you could also bend things, almost like the branching realities in, like, Loki or something, where you can go during... Let's put it this way. You can look at stories that took place during that series from episodes 1 to 9, but just somewhere else with just new characters, new things. And you want to have some references just to, you know, keep it Star Wars, fine. But just do something new. Give us a new planet, new characters, new villain, new story. It's like we have to be stuck in perpetual purgatory here, and we're just sitting like you're just running the well dry. How much longer can you milk this same... I'm not the best with the Star Wars timeline, so I don't know like how long it takes from episodes 1 to like episode 9. But how many years, how many stories can we tell between these years? I know I'm kind of fumbling my words here because I've been talking for a minute, but I just don't know how much longer they can hold this up. And I'm getting passionate here because I want Star Wars to succeed. I'm not the biggest Star Wars fan, but I'm still a fan. So I want to see good projects. It's just frustrating, man. To an extent, this is almost worse than the MCU. Just because I feel like I said, we're just sitting in purgatory. We're just sitting in the ultimate, like, mid. At least the MCU's trying new things. Even though they fail, like, every single time. At least they're doing that. But, I don't know, guys. That's going to just about do it for today. Should they reboot Star Wars? No. I wouldn't want to see these same characters again with the same story. We have infinite space. We have infinite time. Can someone be creative in the writer's room and just make something good? It's just really frustrating, man, because I want to see good stories, and there's so much potential, man, but I don't know, man. Just got to get a really great creative mind in there, and I can see Star Wars doing amazing. But yeah, guys, that's going to do it for today. Thank you guys for watching this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, what you think. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video.